Upon entering any room, our brains perform an instantaneous subconscious computation, interpreting a complex environmental grammar that dictates more than just our movements. It shapes our very thoughts. Every object and boundary within a space presents affordances, not merely opportunities for action, but subtle, unspoken directives for how we should behave and even perceive ourselves. Like a chair inviting rest or a high ceiling suggesting expansive ideas. This silent communication operates below conscious awareness, constantly adjusting our physiological state from heart rate to attention span simply by the way walls enclose us or light directs our gaze. A room does not simply contain us, it actively participates in our cognitive processes, literally embedding itself into our neural pathways as a blueprint for interaction, making us feel specific ways without explicit instruction. The spatial layout of a room, even the distances between objects, provides a continuous stream of nonverbal cues that prime our minds for certain emotional and behavioral responses, shaping our current state. Such a dynamic interplay between our internal state and external environment ensures that no two spaces ever feel exactly alike, because our brain processes each as a unique set of sensory and behavioral instructions. The feeling a room evokes often stems from sensory elements we frequently overlook: the spectral composition of light, the specific frequencies of ambient sound, and the precise thermal gradients within the air. Fluorescent lights, for instance, with their limited spectrum and flicker rates, can induce a subtle, chronic stress response, altering mood more significantly than merely being bright or dim. Consider how a reverberant room amplifies specific frequencies in human speech, making conversation tiring and affecting perceived intimacy, contrasted with a dead acoustic space where every sound feels isolated. Even the slight temperature difference between the floor and ceiling or a gentle draft influences our comfort and alertness, triggering unconscious responses related to primal safety and resource acquisition. Our internal biological clocks, governed by circadian rhythms, directly respond to the color, temperature, and intensity of light, meaning a room's illumination dictates our energy levels and sleep cycles, far beyond simple visibility. The presence or absence of natural sounds, or even specific artificial noises, can subtly hijack our attention, channeling focus or scattering it, deeply altering our felt experience of being present in that space. Beyond surface aesthetics, the fundamental geometry of a room, its proportions, ceiling height, and the angles of its walls profoundly impacts our psychological state, often bypassing conscious awareness entirely. Tall ceilings, for example, are consistently associated with feelings of freedom and abstract thinking, while lower ceilings tend to promote more focused, concrete thought processes, influencing our problem-solving approaches. The presence of sharp angles and rigid lines can unconsciously evoke feelings of tension or aggression, a stark contrast to the calming, more fluid sensations often associated with curved walls and organic forms. A room's perceived enclosure or openness directly correlates with feelings of security versus vulnerability, impacting our willingness to relax or remain vigilant within a space. These architectural elements are not merely decorative, they are fundamental spatial cues that activate deeply ingrained cognitive biases about safety, exploration, and social interaction, literally shaping our mood. Even the golden ratio, found in many revered architectural designs, isn't just an aesthetic choice. Its inherent mathematical harmony may resonate with our brain's innate patterns of perception, creating a sense of balance and rightness. Rooms are not inert containers. They become repositories of personal and collective memories, imbued with an environmental press that subtly shapes our present feelings through past experiences. Walking into a childhood bedroom, for instance, instantly triggers a cascade of associated emotions and behaviors, a phenomenon known as place attachment, where the physical space acts as a powerful mnemonic device. This deep connection is not merely nostalgic. The brain literally overlays the current sensory input of the room with an intricate network of past events and feelings, blurring the lines between then and now. The lingering scent of an old book, a particular pattern on the wallpaper, or the specific way light falls through a window can instantly transport us emotionally, overriding the room's current objective features. Rooms that have witnessed significant life events, whether joyful or traumatic, carry an energetic residue that influences anyone who enters, even if they are unaware of the room's history, a kind of inherited emotional resonance. Our subconscious mind constantly compares new spaces to a vast internal catalog of experienced environments, categorizing and assigning emotional valence, causing us to feel an instant sense of familiarity or unease based on these deep-seated comparisons. As our understanding of environmental psychology deepens, the concept of a static room is evolving, giving way to responsive environments that dynamically adapt to our needs and emotional states. Imagine spaces equipped with biometric sensors and AI, subtly altering lighting color, soundscapes, or even air composition in real time to enhance focus or induce calm based on your physiological data. Such emotional architecture could move beyond mere comfort, actively engaging our limbic systems to cultivate desired cognitive or emotional states, effectively designing feelings into the very fabric of our surroundings. However, this raises profound questions about agency and manipulation. If rooms can be programmed to make us feel specific ways, where does our free will begin and end within such meticulously crafted environments? The line between personal choice and environmental influence blurs significantly, as future spaces might proactively manage our moods, potentially mitigating stress, but also perhaps suppressing authentic emotional responses. Exploring why we feel different in different rooms ultimately leads us to consider not just how spaces currently impact us, but how they might be engineered to sculpt our future selves and collective experiences.